This is going to be an exciting day. I'm actually going to be putting some color on the boat today. You know, all the work I've done up till now has just been to get it ready for what I'm going to do now, which is to start painting it, making it pretty. So, let me find a nice place to put y'all somewhere where you can watch, and we'll break open a can of paint and we'll see what we can do with that. Gotta first find a place to locate my glass of tea. First things first, and we'll go from there. I think what I might do is get a fine piece of sandpaper. Like, that's pretty fine. I might have a piece that's hasn't been already used and has some other paint on it. I'll just go over the whole thing with a fine little bit of sandpaper. I'll let y'all can sit up here amongst the paint cans and stuff and kind of watch. I'm just going to rub the boat down a little bit. Back when I was a young fellow, I took a job in an antique furniture shop. In fact, they had stripping machines, and I used to run the stripping machines, and well, I did a little bit of everything. I was basically the lacquer guy. That was what I wound up doing. But in those days, if you had a fine piece of furniture, you would paint it with lacquer, let it dry, fine sand it like that. Not a real hard sand, but just to knock the rough edges off, and paint it again, sand it again, paint it again, sand it again. Sometimes you put 14, 15 coats of paint on, and what that would do is it would get you that very smooth, deep, glassy look that you'd be looking for with your furniture. I'm not going to go quite to that level today. I'm just going to basically put a coat of paint on there, and we're going to have a look at it and see after that. I think what I'm going to do, back the boat up a little. The front's in the sun. I don't think I want it right in the direct sunlight while I'm painting it. I've actually been pretty excited about this part. You know, when you're doing a project like this, you do a lot of work to get ready for what I'm fixing to do, which is to put that final coat of paint on it. That's really gonna help it to look a lot nicer when I do that. A few little things in here that need to be addressed like that. It looks like a piece of stick or something like that. It's nice that this is a single paint. In other words, it's not a two-part paint like that primer where I had to mix it up pretty hard. Because what that means is I can paint as much of this on there as I need and then put the lid back on here. You know, if you mixed a hardener in with the paint, then you can't seal it up because it'll just harden up on you anyway. Like that. So I'm going to start just the same way I did before, just about reach right over in the boat there. And go at it. I think I'm going to mix this a little more. It feels like it's not quite completely mixed yet. So I decided to go ahead and paint down inside of here. I was originally thinking I wouldn't, but I saved the serial number down in there. But I was still able to get some paint up on the side. That definitely looks better than that old tarnished green. It's supposed to be the same color as this. This is, supposed to be Boston Whaler paint, but over the years they get tainted and stained and stuff like that. So yeah, this paint's going on pretty well. It's covering pretty well. So I'm going to wind up putting a light coat on everything and coming back and putting a coat on top of that later. And at some point I might brush it on, depending on how it looks with the roller, with just the roller, I think I'm going to put y'all down, turn y'all off. When I get through, I'll bring you back and let you look at it. Fair enough? Fair enough. So that's the first coat, and I put it on there pretty lightly. Honey Baby came out and asked me if I would take the little puppy up. She called the vet, and they said if the puppy had a chip, if they'd be able to read the chip and find out if he belongs to anybody. Honey Baby did figure out that the little doggy had been neutered, and he's in the house acting like he's very comfortable being in the house. So she's got something else she has to do, but I told her as soon as I got the first coat on, I'd bag up my paintbrush and run him up to the vet and see what they say. So I'm going to do that now, and when I come back, that'll be dry and it'll be about ready for a second coat. Oh, the joy.